Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.
Shout out to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. We done hit 2 years. 2 years on this YouTube, man. It's a beautiful thing. I appreciate y'all, man. All the people who rock with me. All the people who continue to support. I appreciate you, man. Much love. Well, y'all see, I got my workout gear on, man. I'm getting ready to go work out, man. I'm getting ready to go meet my man, Sean G. If y'all not hip to Sean G, go check him out on his YouTube. I'm getting ready to go link up with him, man. We're going to do a workout, do a little video or something. I'll bring that to y'all as soon as possible. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting to go, I had this on my mind this morning for whatever reason. I think it was because of my live last night. Somebody brought up all the different characters and all the different people that I've talked about in these videos. And I see that some of y'all favorite was Booboo and Charles, man. Booboo and Charles, the gangster couple. And it just had me thinking about them. And I just wanted to drop this little joint on y'all real fast, you know, just something, you know, it's so many stories about them, but I wanted to drop this on y'all. I was just thinking about all of their domestic affairs, man. I'm talking about these people act like a real couple. They had real arguments. They had real fights, man, knockdown, drag-out fights. Although I never felt like Charles really, you know, punched them or nothing like that, but definitely Booboo will punch Charles. But I never felt like Charles really punched him, but I know for a fact he a manhandle, you know, physically manhandle him and push him and throw him around or push him and keep him up off of him or whatnot. Cause I done seen him fight up many times. I mean, many times. But one of the main things that used to always cause friction between both of them that I know of, especially when I was in the block with them, was just like any other penitentiary, when they get a decent looking female officer that comes through there, a new trainee or a good looking officer with a nice body that works, you know what I'm saying, in the booth or gets assigned to our block or whatnot, which is rare. I mean, I'm talking about rare. Did you get a woman in prison working like that? I'm talking about rare like Mr. Clean with no hair. I'm talking about rare, you know. But when you do get them, you know, it's just like anywhere else, you know, dudes is alive, man. They like, wow, whoa, look at her, because we're not used to seeing women that come in there with real nice bodies or women that come in there that look halfway decent. That's just a fact. And, you know, anybody who's been in the penitentiary will tell you that. But when you do get them, you know, dudes be, you know, looking, they be gawking, they be, you know, all up on it. So in the event that we get one of those in the block and dudes be like that and whispering and talking about, man, look, you see the new trainee, or yeah, you see how she look, man, you see her body, whatever. I'm telling you right now, Charles can't be in those conversations. He can't be in those conversations. He can't be down there when she come on the floor and everybody looking at her, or dudes is pulling up on her trying to, you know, shoot their game and talk whatever, asking fictitious stuff or questions just because they want to get her attention or whatnot. Charles can't do none of that. None of that, because just like we know she on the block, Booboo knows she on the block. And Booboo is coming up out that cell, ain't gonna be standing up there with their arms crossed, ain't gonna be beaming on Charles. Yeah, like, Negro, I wish you would. Let me catch you looking I wish you would. And man, this joker would be, if we out there in that day room and we watching TV or something, you know, dudes might be out there watching Sports Center, watching whatever, basketball game, whatever on, and they come through there and everybody's, you know, looking and following her everywhere she go, eyes follow her. Yeah, Charles' eyes like this. Yeah, straightforward. She walked by and Charles ain't moving because he know Booboo somewhere looking dead up on him. Man, it used to be crazy, man. We used to be laughing and funny. Man, dudes used to be like, look at Charles, I bet he don't look. Charles ain't turning their head, man, because Charles know it's going to be some repercussions and consequences behind that. Best believe that. Man, I used to laugh so hard, man. It was just crazy because Booboo be on it, and they ain't play no games. You know, I remember one time when they almost went to jail. I don't know how they ducked it, but they was going to jail because a broad came in the booth. Came on the block, and she was walking around. And as she was walking around, she asked somebody a question about, the pod. And when she asked somebody a question about the pod, Charles was right there. So Charles answered her, right? So she couldn't hear him, so she said, come here. So he got up and he walked over to her. She was like going up the stairway on the backside. She was going up the stairway, and Charles walked over to her where she was speaking at, and he was standing there talking to her, and she was like 2 steps up, so she was turning around and she was talking to him. Man, Booboo came beaming across that floor, walking across that floor fast as I don't know what, everybody looking, and she probably the only one don't know what's getting ready to happen, but we know what's getting ready to happen, so everybody looking, and Charles just sitting there trying to explain to her, and he ain't talking nothing crazy, he explained to her whatever it was she was asking. Man, Booboo came up behind him and reached out like like you snatch a little kid and grabbed him by his shirt and say, come on, and snatched me, went back like that and told me, he said, hold on, I'm just telling her about, she said, I don't give a what you talking to about, you ain't got nothing to say to her. So the lady, she knew, so she looking, she a CO, she looking like, hold on, what you doing? She was like, shut up, B. She was like, what you say? Said, you heard what I said, don't talk to him, don't ask him nothing. He ain't got nothing to say to you, he ain't answering no questions, don't ask him nothing. So she was like, pull her walkie-talkie out and call the people, right? So Charles was like, nah, we good. She's like, nah. She said, I don't give a D who you call. I don't care who you call. Let's go. So they started walking back to the cell. So the lady called the people. You know what I'm saying? So the people come in there, they come bum rusting through the door. They don't know what's going on. So when she go over there to explain to them what's happening, and they know who it is, they know the count, they know Charles and Booboo. So they take her out in the salad port so we can't hear the conversation. But they out there with the conversation and whatever. You can hear Booboo and Charles up there in the cell with, I don't give a, and cuss words. No, you ain't got to tell me nothing. You don't be up in them bees' faces. I don't care. They be going through it, man, like it's some real life, you know what I'm saying, marriage, domestic, it's crazy. And the people came back up in there. The sergeant went up there, talked to Charles, talked to Booboo or whatever. So they knew, because, you know what I'm saying, the CO was new. But they know what's going on. I ain't going to say they condoned it, but they condoned it. You know what I'm saying? They knew what was going on. Them people been on the camp all that time. They been in the cell together all that time. So it ain't nothing new to them. They know what's going on and they condone it. You know what I'm saying? Even when they get into beefs and get to fight or fight somebody else or get into these dramas that they got into and they get separated, as soon as they come back to the yard, they put them back in the same block. They put them back in the same cell. So they know what was going on. So more or less, they did condone it. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot going on like that back in the day on Augusta. It was like if couples was known to be couples, they would put them in the cell together and they would put them, in the block together, no matter where they was. They could be on the other side of the yard and they fill out some type of paperwork, whatever it is that they do, they end up in the cell together. So Booboo and Charles always was together, you know what I'm saying? Except for the one time that I remember when Charles had got into an altercation and Charles went to jail. Booboo had more or less got involved with it, but hadn't really got involved with it, but there was enough to lock him up for investigation. So they locked Charles up for the charge, locked Booboo up for the investigation. Booboo ended up getting out early, before Charles got out. So when Booboo got out, other dudes was trying to get with Booboo as well, you know what I'm saying? So Booboo had got out, Charles was stuck back there. Booboo got out, more or less started messing with this other dude, on the low. And the other dude, I guess he started liking the other dude. And then, Charles was still back there, but I think Booboo started liking the other dude. So they more or less was in the cell with the dude. They was in the cell. The dude ended up getting moved in the cell with the dude because they wouldn't put nobody in the cell with Booboo unless Booboo asked. That's how they was doing it. So Booboo had to request him to come in the cell. So once the word got back to Charles that Booboo was in the cell with the dude, man, this dude back there in the hole losing his mind. He going through it. So Booboo would come around every day and go talk to him at the window while he was in the hole. And if you was on the yard, if you was coming back and forth in the yard, you heard him on the gate just arguing and arguing. Well, what he doing in the cell with you? You had to ask to put him in the cell with you. No, I didn't. I didn't ask to put him in. You had to. They not gonna put nobody in the cell with you. No, they moved him in there because it was the only cell open. All this foolishness, but Charles knew the count. He knew that wasn't true. So they was arguing about this, that, and the third every day. So Charles still waiting to get out. You know, he can't wait to get out. He could have dug a hole up under the wall and he come up out of that joint. He would have came up out of that joint. So he ended up staying back there, I believe, probably about a month and some change. And man, when he got out, they put him in a whole nother block. So he was in a whole nother block, whole nother building. Man, Charles was going down there every time the doors open. And you can get locked up for that alone. You know what I'm saying? I forget the name. What's the number, man? Oh, that's a good thing. You forget them numbers in penitentiary, but it's it might be 229. That's unauthorized area. But you can get locked up for that alone. Man, Charles was going in there, going up in that building, calling Booboo out there in that salad port to talk to him, and he was trying to get to he was trying to get to old boy to give old boy the business. So he was like, "You gonna get moved down here? What? Yeah, I mean, what are you doing? What is you doing? You know?" So Booboo trying to explain to him that they gonna get moved. That the people just ain't moved them yet. Da 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 da. Well, they always move you. Why you ain't? You know? And they going through it. And Charles waiting on dude, but Booboo trying to keep him from getting to dude. You know what I'm saying? Because Charles saying he getting to do the business as soon as he see him straight up. You know what I'm saying? So Booboo trying to talk him out of it. But Booboo was really playing, you know, the fence between the middle. But at the same time, he gonna end up with Charles. He always end up with Charles. But right now, I guess he wanted his cake and eat it too. Old boy, I think, was kind of scared because he ain't really want to come out the building because he knew Charles was out there lurking, waiting for him. I'm talking about even when they had wreck, when they called wreck and went out on the yard, Charles found a way to get out on the boulevard to go over on the other yard, the yard that Booboo was on, and old boy won't coming outside. He's staying in the building. Booboo ended up staying in there for probably about a good 2 weeks, man, which was way too long, more than for Charles. And then they ended up moving back down there with Charles. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't in the kitchen, but I heard when they was in the kitchen, they was in the kitchen one day, and the old boy that used to be in the cell with Booboo was in the kitchen. And I heard Charles pulled up on him strong, too. I mean strong. I'm talking about like face to face, like, look, don't say nothing to him no more. Don't come around him no more. Don't be writing him no more letters. I done caught the letters that you wrote to him. I done read it. Don't write him no more letters. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is what it is. You know, and dude was more or less like meek and bagging down. He ain't want no problems. He ain't want no smoke. And Booboo there the whole time telling him, come on, Charles, daddy, come on. We leave it alone. Leave it alone. I mean, man, anybody who was on that camp back in them days would tell you that these two right here was, if they had a reality show, man, it was must-see TV, man, because they always had something going on. The administration was always aware to it. Like I say, they was gangster there. If you get the rumbling or you try to hurt one of them, you gonna have to hurt both of them. They coming. And don't sleep on Booboo just cause, they live the lifestyle they live. Booboo will pick that Bethlehem up. Booboo will pick up anything that's in their vicinity and will crack you with it or stab you with it without hesitation. And without hesitation, especially when it came to Charles, without hesitation. And you ain't got to worry about what he could do, because I'm telling you right now, like I say, he was a big dude, man. I told you he was big, 6'3", 6'4", somewhere up in that area, but he was cut up, he was nice size, he worked out, he played basketball, he stayed in shape, and the boy could rumble. I done seen him rumble. And if Booboo tell him to go rumble, he ain't gonna ask no questions. He gonna do what they say he do. You know what I'm saying? If it mean going to jail or whatever, because that's just how they roll. But man, they was a gangster couple. They was straight up domestic affairs, domestic violence, everything, man. But yeah, they was something to see, man. And they was like one of the first couples that I was really around. It was just locked in. They with each other and they don't care what nobody say. They ain't tripping off what you call them. They ain't tripping off about what you whisper behind their back or whatever. Now Booboo got that mouth. If you say anything derogatory, anything homophobic, yeah, they popping off at you. So you're gonna be in a situation, whether you want to be in a situation or not. So it'd be best just to avoid all of that all that talk, and just whatever you had to say about them, whether you liked it or you disapproved or whatever, just leave it alone, man. Leave it alone, because you definitely gonna be in a situation. Because like I said, they was trained to go, man. They would both pop off on you. And Booboo, you know, like a lot of homosexuals in prison, especially when they got a man that will fight and ain't scared to fight, you know, they vicious with that mouthpiece, man. So you come out better. Don't say nothing to them. Don't, you know what I'm saying? If they speak and keep it moving. Because if you say anything derogatory or you say anything smart, they coming back with you 10 times with whatever you say. And 9 times out of 10, you a man, you're not going to accept the words that's coming out of their mouth because they're going to be some vicious, nasty words, and you're going to want to put a hole in their face with your fist. So don't say nothing to them. You know, I learned that early on. And then, like I say, man, but for the most part, man, they stayed in drama. They stayed in drama maybe because of the lifestyle that they live, the life that they chose, but they stayed in drama. But one thing about it, I will say for sure, they was definitely trained to go, and Charles was in it to win it, and he will hurt you behind Booboo, and Booboo will definitely hurt you behind Charles. And the same thing with Booboo. If they got a dude in the block, the homosexual thought was good looking or had a nice body or something, and they get in their little groups and be talking and whispering and stuff, yeah, Booboo couldn't be a part of that. Booboo couldn't be a part of that neither. Because any dude that came in there that looked like a threat, Charles standing up there on that tier, standing tall and leaning on that rail, and he watching. Even if Booboo go down there and congregate with the other homosexuals, Charles is watching as well. So, man, it was just, it was new to me. It was something to watch, man. It was crazy. It was, to be honest with you, it was fascinating to me. I used to just sit back and laugh, go in the cell, talk to my cell partner about it and laugh. My cell partner at the time had been locked up longer than me. So he used to be like, man, you tripping all that stuff, man. I see that stuff all the time. So I'm like, man, it's just funny to me, man. It's just crazy. Because I hadn't seen it. At that point in time, I hadn't seen it. So they set the standard for me or for what I was to see in years and decades to come, man. Booboo and Charles set the standard, man, and trust and believe they was a hard act to follow, man. But anyway, that was just something short. If you want to know some more about Booboo and Charles, man, the gangsta couple, man, y'all let me know in the comments, man. Y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe, man. 30% of my people watching me is not subscribed to. I'm very, very hurt and disappointed about that, man. Don't take but a minute to hit that button, man, and join this family over here, this positive energy, man, that we got going on over here. In the meantime, in between time, man, I appreciate y'all. Much love, man. Y'all let me know if y'all want to know some more about these this couple right here, and I'll drop it on you, man. But hit me in the comments, talk to me. Y'all know I talk back. Y'all be safe out there, be smart, make good decisions, man, and duck them hooks, man. Get ready to go get with Sean G, get this workout in, man. It's time to get right.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.